All right, thank you everybody for coming in. This is KBM, your host of This is Africa. Today's date is Saturday, 11 July 2020. It's 6:03 a.m. over here on the West Coast in the US, and I hope everybody is going to be on time today. If not, you can always click the replay. Again, thank you everybody. So let's go ahead and introduce some people I see in the chat already. We have the Makwazis, we have God Gift Expectations TV, we have Loetius, excuse me, Emma 256 Fitness. We also have the Wonders of Africa. We have Erinah TL, who is the special guest today. JMax Uganda. We also have Amito Mitra, and she came in saying, "Woo loo 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 loo." All right, so we got 7 people watching. We have Erinah TL from Uganda today. Erinah TL, how are you today?
I'm so fine. How are you, TIA?
I'm doing pretty good. How's Uganda?
Uganda is cool. Everything is not everything is fine, fairly okay, but we're cool.
You're cool. Okay, well that's
Yeah.
good. How do you like being here today?
I'm so excited.
like, well,
anytime I have a chance to talk, my mouth is happy. Yeah.
well, I could see that. It seems like you always got the energy. Every time you go on your live streams, you do your vlogging. You got the energy. You got some energy that I think a lot of people have that same energy, but when they come on camera, they don't display that same thing.
They freak out. I get excited every time I get to know I'm going to talk to people, have fun with people, share my experiences, learn from them, and all
Hmm.
that. It always keeps me happy.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. I think you are one of the people that have taken to the camera very naturally. If I can say it that way,
Thank you.
if that's grammatically correct. But let me go ahead and read a little bit of the chat so far. We got hello from Lucius. Emma 256 is smiling when he came in. And let's
Mm,
see here. Wonders of Africa says I'm here on time too.
wow.
We got love from Lucius. We got woo loo 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 loo. We know who that
From
is.
Amito.
Yep. Hello everyone
Yes.
from Emma 256. Kurt is here. He says I'm here. Hello. And of course you said
Ah.
welcome.
Mm.
And he also says in capital letters, yes, I'm on time. I made it. All right. We
Okay.
have JMax UG. We are here. Amicho says, can we start already? She's very impatient, I can tell. I can only imagine if I interview her, she'll tell me to start 5 minutes early.
Amito,
Okay.
Amito. She's such a darling. And actually, what she was saying, "Wulululu," that one in our African setting is like a way more welcoming people. Maybe in your home, maybe you've gotten visitors. That is like you relating.
Sawa Sawa.
Like,
Okay.
"Wulululu, you are
Yes, yes.
welcome." Yeah,
So we have the
that's it.
Mokwazis saying, hello, wonderful people. And then J Max is saying, Amito, saying the same thing. Mokwazi
Mm,
says, I'm here all the way from Meru town, where my wife is from Nanyuki, but she's Meru, and his wife is
okay.
from Meru. Let's
Wow.
see here. She's amazing from the Wonders of Africa,
Thank you.
representing Erinah. I love the t shirt from Lucius. And we also have Akamaumpa Jocelyn.
Akawompa. Yes.
Okay.
That one is my neighbor.
Oh, okay. The one you asked to turn down the music?
Not
No,
really.
no, no.
Not
Okay,
that
not
one.
really. Okay.
Yes. Mm.
All right. So,
Mm.
so you got a fan about your hair from Amito, and then Empress Tay from Zambia. Thank you for coming in,
Wow. So this is
Empress.
an international live stream, you know?
Most definitely, most definitely. Okay, so to get started,
Mm.
outside of being a vlogger and an international content creator from Uganda, who is Erinah?
Wow, I'm glad you know I'm international. So, Erina, my full name is Tusubida Erina Luiga. Tusubida means we hope. So some people call me Hope. They find it comfortable calling me Hope. And me too, just walking Hope. Hope with
Oh,
two legs. So Tusubida Erinah Luiga, that's when I abbreviate it as Erinah TL. So
mm,
the T is for Tusubida, the L is for Luiga. Luiga is my father's name, it's a family name. So that is me. Everyone else doesn't know me as TL. I'm just Nini, that is a nickname at home. That is who I am. Outside being a content creator, I am an engineer.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
So, now you went to university to be an engineer. What kind of engineering degree did you graduate with?
Okay, I went to university and did the mother of all engineering.
The mother of
Peter,
all engineering.
I love keeping you waiting. Which kind of engineering is that? Okay, that is mechanical mechanical engineering. I have a bachelor's of engineering in mechanical and manufacturing engineering. That is from Chambogo University. So we used to brag in the university. We would say, okay, there are many. A faculty of engineering has many engineering courses, but we mechanical are the mother of all other engineering
Oh,
courses.
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I'm not an engineer, so I would have never guessed.
I don't think
Um,
there is research to back it up. Maybe we're just so proud. Yeah.
so we got Mito saying TIA, I love your voice. Thank you very much. And
Wow.
Empress Tay said, I'm here. We have Luisha says, good evening, the Mokwazis. Empress Tay
Wow.
says, yes, sis, I am listening. And wow, I'm working. I'm excited. So she's working. She's multitasking. She's listening to the live and
Oh.
working at the same time. So
Thank you.
we got people that are dedicated here today. So all because of
Wow.
you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate the love and the support.
All right. So my next question for you is: since graduating, have you found work in Uganda in the field of study?
Oh, yes. Yes. I graduated in 2017 and I was among the lucky, if I may say, should I call it lucky or blessed? I don't know. The few Ugandans or Africans who get jobs immediately after graduating, because some people take like 5 years. You graduate like 1,000 students and only like 200 get jobs in their first year. So I was lucky that even before I officially graduated, I got a training placement in one of the currently leading companies in Uganda when it comes to road construction equipment. I started as a trainee. I was there for as an intern for 6 months. Then I think I impressed them and they gave me the opportunity to stay. So since 2017, I've been working with the same company.
Okay. Before you said since 2017 you've been working for the company,
Mm.
your voice went out for like 5 seconds. What was that little bit that we missed?
Oh, I was saying since 2017, I started as a trainee,
Mm-hmm.
as an intern in this company.
Mm-hmm.
It is one of the biggest companies in Uganda that when it comes to road construction equipment, that's what we're dealing in.
Okay. Okay.
And so after training, after the 6 months of training, I was offered a job. I started as a technician,
Okay.
yeah, doing all the dirty work and all that, because that is the time you're supposed to do everything dirty. When you're fresh
Okay.
from university, everyone will send you to do anything dirty. They will call you and send you. So that
Yeah.
is how I started.
I think it's like that with a lot of jobs when you move up, just to see if you're dedicated, if you can handle it.
Oh yes.
They'll give you all the grunt work in the beginning, and then
Mm.
elevate you to climb the ladder, so to speak. Um,
Oh yeah.
so we just had somebody join us, Easy Reality TV, and let's
Okay.
see who else. Rashid Freestyler from Dubai. Hey, thank you for coming
Wow.
in. Both of you, thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
All right, so that's very interesting. Is it before the pandemic? Was it still kind of hard finding any work in your field?
Before the pandemic, work was going on smoothly.
Mm-hmm.
Our company was handling some of the big projects on road constructions in Uganda, and everything was seeming okay. But once this girl set in, the girl Rona, who has put the whole world on standstill. Ah, this girl. Everything paused. No work, nothing. Before it was even so serious, we were sent home.
Wow.
Yeah. But before that, everything was fine. We were working, everything was smooth. Work is going on swiftly because we were handling most of the roles in Uganda. But now, everything turned upside down.
All right, we got What's Inside Africa with a question mark. That's the channel name. Awesome live chat, guys. Tim from Kenya here. We also have Jerome Bix saying hello, Erinah.
Wow. Oh,
All
you're welcome.
right, so my next question for you: why and when did you start a YouTube channel?
Ooh, why and when?
Like why
Let's
and when?
Okay, let's start with the why. Okay, I've right all through university, people who were in my circles, my close friends knew that most cases in the room, whether we're revising or playing in the rain, don't laugh at me, I used to do that at university. Playing in the rain, anything. I used to make recordings. I tell them, okay, let's record. That time among my friends, I had the worst phone. So they would say, no, if we're going to record, let's use someone else's phone. So I always had a lot of videos in my friends' phones. They're like, Erinah, what are we going to do for your videos? This is too much. Why do you like making videos? Why do you want to always have footage of you? So, and I didn't even know what to use it for, but I used to record myself from how I start my day. I go for my lectures and all that. I didn't know that there is a thing called vlogging. So, but that footage, every time someone would get tired of it in their phone, they delete it.
Ah,
So
okay.
I got to know about this whole thing in like 2017. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, people are putting out their lifestyles on YouTube, and it's like they're getting big and all that. I'm like, all this footage, what would I do for it? But maybe I thought to have a channel, you need a lot of maybe certificates, maybe this and this. I didn't know much about it until one of my workmates 2017 when I started working, one of my workmates, Mike Milan, he's a Filipino. Someone saw one of his videos. He used to vlog his trips and all that. So someone saw his video and was like, this is what Mike does. And you also like taking videos all the time. Maybe you could put them together and make it like a vlog. So that is when it came to my head. I'm like, okay, so anyone can do this.
Yeah.
That was in 2018. I opened the channel, but it took like a month without putting a thing because I was afraid. I'm like, what are people going to think? I'm a mechanical engineer. People are going to think you're not serious. Here I don't know why they term mechanical engineers as people who should not have fun, are like boring people. Yes, we are boring sometimes, but we also have a life. And
Right, right.
sometimes we have interesting lifestyles. So it took me a lot to overcome that fear to start setting out my first video. Actually, I even called it overcoming the fear disguised in preparation. Sometimes you say, oh, I'm preparing, maybe I should have this, maybe I should have a better camera, I should have a better phone, I'm preparing the vocabulary, maybe I'm scripting. So people have a lot of excuses to start something. And sometimes they say maybe we are preparing, they think they are preparing, yet it's just fear.
Mm.
So me, once I overcame that fear because I prepared for a whole month and still nothing would come up. I would record videos, delete them, record, delete. Like it's not yet perfect, not yet good. Till someday I said, come what may, I'm putting it out, good or bad. So I put it out, and from that day, I started as rural content creator. I went to local. I'm now international.
Well, okay, so that's
Yeah.
pretty interesting. You put it all together in that way, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with
Yeah.
that at all. So the McQuasi's got a question for you. It's actually one of the questions that was on my list, so we might as well get it out of the way now. What is the
Okay.
biggest challenge so far as a YouTuber?
Hmm. Biggest challenge. I've been facing different challenges in the different steps of my journey on YouTube. The biggest, The biggest I overcame. The biggest was when I didn't know, I didn't have a niche. Okay, when starting was okay, it was about my lifestyle and all that. But then I felt like, okay, there is something more to it I should add. I didn't know what exactly about my life I should concentrate on. Should it be my lifestyles? Should be my food I eat a lot? Should it be travels? So deep inside me, I wanted travel, but I feared it. So for a whole year, I didn't have a niche. And that is a challenge that most of the small YouTubers are struggling with. Today, they are doing celebrity gossip. Tomorrow, they're doing travel. The next day, they're doing food. The other day, they're doing culture. This day, they're doing health. So you're like, how can one person be all things? That is the biggest challenge I had. But once I sort it out, I feel like I can do anything and everything on YouTube ever since I found myself static in travel. That because sometimes I use not to sleep, I'm like, what is that specific thing I can do consistently on my channel? And ever since I found out that it was travel, boom, international content creator.
So you said you feared travel. Why?
Yeah, I feared
Why is that?
travel.
Hmm.
I am one person who has never been away from home for long.
Okay.
Maybe if I'm away from home, school, because I went to boarding schools. And so I had that fear. How is it without outside home, without the people I know, without my sisters, without my brothers and my parents? How is life out there without the friends I'm used to? What if people misinterpret me? Maybe I may make a joke, they don't understand it. What if, what if, what if? And then another thing was, uh, I used to think travel is so expensive and travel is for old rich guys who have worked their money, they have nothing to do with it, and all they have is to travel around. I didn't see myself as a young person pursuing my interest in travel. I had interest, but I was like, oh, that is a lot of money. But ever since I opened my eyes like this, I'm like, oh no, anyone can travel. Aish. So far, I've been to 2 countries now. And every
Okay.
country I go to, I'll put a bracelet here. I think by the time I finish, my hand will be all finished. So far, I've been to 2 countries.
Okay. So that's Rwanda and Kenya. What
Yeah.
country? What country would you like to visit next?
Who? In Africa, it's Tanzania.
Tanzania. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
So
Tanzania.
I like to introduce the Niger boy. He just came in not too long ago. Thank you for being here.
That's my papa, my ninja. He
All
means a
right.
lot, by the way, to my channel, the Niger boy.
We love to have him. And he's been a great inspiration for quite a few people. Now,
Yeah.
Empress Tay's got a question for you. Can you see it on the screen?
Impressed. Wow, you even didn't know your spirit was really trying to say something. It took me so long to start. I'm like, oh yes, most people take so long to start. And they will always give excuses that they are preparing, they are not yet ready, they are finishing something. But once you wait to get ready, prepare, finish something, that thing may, whatever you're finishing, may take you forever to finish. You may take forever preparing, and you may never get a chance to showcase what you're preparing. Let me tell you, it is fear that is holding you back, and for you think you're preparing. So it is good to prepare. I'm not saying you should just bump into things. It's good to research and put all yourself together. But once you see that it is the only reason you're having for not starting, probably you have the few resources to start with, but you're still waiting for more. Get to know it is fear holding you back.
Okay. We like to say thank you for coming in, homies and lifters. I'm doing pretty good. She's also said hello to you.
Hi, hello.
Everybody, homies and lifters just got monetized a couple days ago, so congratulations to her. She worked
And
very
she
hard for
crowned
it.
herself as Dr. YT.
That's right, she did.
Homies.
So you call her from now on Dr. YT because she is a medical
Uh-huh.
doctor. So it fits the
Okay.
script. we also have
Congratulations.
we have Godwin came in. Thank you very much for being
Mm.
here as well. So they both came in pretty much at the same time. Now, the next question I have for you is you've been seen vlogging several times eating sugarcane, and I take it that sugarcane is a favorite of yours. Is that correct?
Oh yes.
Okay, okay. So when you walk around with those sugar canes in your hands, you look a little intimidating at times. Have you ever had to beat someone up with a sugar cane before?
CIA. Do I really look intimidating?
Well, I
Oh
can
my
only
god.
imagine if somebody was to mess with you and you had that big old stick in your hand. I'm like, I don't know.
Actually, I am okay. Some people think I'm stubborn, but I'm not. And I look many things, but I'm not all those many things. So, sugarcane is babe to me, sweetheart. I have never thought of maybe having a fight and then I fight with sugarcane. No. The only thing I remember when we were growing up, being little kids,
Hmm.
is okay, we used to fight. You could collect your sugar cane, probably put it somewhere. You call people, let's go collect sugar cane. They
Hmm.
don't want to come. You go into the garden, suffer, collect yours, and pile it somewhere. Then someone will come and mess with it because for them they didn't want to go down into the garden. There, trouble. I will chase you the whole compound. Maybe I'll hit you even till you bring it back.
Hmm.
But as, as an old girl, I have not fought in many years. I've not fought in many years.
I was just
Yeah.
reaching with that question, but anyway, yeah, I've never actually all these years I've never actually tried sugarcane. My wife loves sugarcane, but
You're missing.
I think I am because it's like I keep forgetting to say, hey, I want to try sugarcane this time around. But I'll get there. I'll get there.
It is surprising. Okay, how can someone grow up and they have never tried sugarcane? How? Like one of my subscribers told me he has never seen or tasted a jackfruit. I was shocked. So you're also shocking me. How can someone be and they've never tasted sugarcane? You should come and taste. In Africa, we have bitter sugarcane and we have different species. You like there's a soft one, a hard one, and a super hard one for making sugar. I think the Niger boy saw me try that. The hard one for sugar is like, do you still have teeth in your mouth?
Well, in the states, it would be kind of hard because the only two states that I can think of that actually grow sugarcane is Hawaii
Mm.
and Central Florida. Other than
Ah.
that, I can't think of any other place because the climates would be the perfect place to grow them. Everywhere else
Mm.
is pretty much cold, halfway through the year. So,
Oh, sorry
um,
about that.
yeah, I'm sorry too. All right, so let's see. I'm going to read a couple of the chats. We got homies and lifters. Dr. YT says she eats one and walking stick on the other side. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yes, you did do that. You're multitasking with the sugarcane. Um, Kurt says we had access to sugarcane and would eat it all over town as well. It is delicious. Okay, what town was that, Kurt? J Max is laughing about the sugarcane. We have New Dawn News. Thank you for coming in. We really appreciate you being here. And she's
Mm.
calling you the sugarcane queen at this moment.
I promised them I would throw them a sugarcane party.
you, you know what? Maybe your name should be Sugarcane Queen. I don't know. That
Yeah.
kind of fits you. That actually kind of fits you. Uh, well, Doctor YT is saying sugarcane is sweet, but it always cuts.
Mm.
Oh, it cuts her mouth. That was one thing I was worrying about because
No, you have to be tactical when you're chewing. You don't chew for
I
chew systematically.
when you're in Rwanda and you're chewing on that one, you did look like you were eating it kind of tactically, if that's even a word. But that's one of the things that I would think in my mind. Would I get a
Mm.
splinter in my mouth? Because
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
thinking it's wood. You know what I mean?
No.
But
They're
yeah,
soft species.
they're soft. Okay, I'll
And
try.
maybe
I'll try it the
something I
next
would
time I come home.
something I would tell you about sugarcane also. There is a superstition. I don't know why. Maybe just because we're talking about sugarcane, let me say this. I don't know if other African countries have it. That if you're going to have a voyage or a journey to somewhere, and then you carry sugarcane, that it is bad luck. I don't know who said such a sweet thing should would be a source of bad luck. And is it an antenna calling all bad luck onto a person? So that is a superstition in Africa that I've never come to agreement with. I always pack my sugarcane from the village, a sack of it, when I'm coming to town. Nothing has ever happened.
Hmm. Okay,
I don't
that's
know if
interesting.
Other African countries have that superstition. I don't know.
Maybe you should do a live stream someday asking that question. See what type of answers you get out of that. That'd be an interesting one.
Oh yeah.
So let me read a couple more here. We have the Wonders of Africa. Thank you so much at TIA for connecting me to Erinah TL. I reached out to her and I got too much love. So you gave too much love. Sorry about that,
Wow.
Wonders of
Ah.
Africa, but that's just the way she is. And support from her. Thank you, Erinah
Thank
TL.
thank you.
Wait
You're
for me.
welcome.
I'm coming with lots of energy. So be prepared.
Wow. We're waiting for you.
All right. So my next question for you is, I know you have told people who have asked you, what is your favorite country that you have visited? Well, like I've heard your answers for that before, but my question to you is, what did you like best about each country? We know you've been to Kenya, we know you've been to Rwanda, and let's just go ahead and include Uganda in that. Like, what do you like best between all three countries?
Ah, haha, best. In Kenya, first the people, they are so, I find them so fast, and I was the only slow one in Nairobi. I felt I was slow. I
Really?
always knew myself as a swift girl, but I felt I was so slow in Nairobi. Like people are so, everything seems so serious. I love that about them, and they are hardworking. Only that everyone in Kenya seems to be a YouTuber or a content creator. I don't know. What I
Okay.
loved about Nairobi, because I was only in Nairobi, I can't really judge the whole of Kenya. Let me just talk for Nairobi, where I was for 5 days. Um, Nairobi is a city compared to Uganda. You find a lot. It has a lot to offer. Just in a city, the national park, the elephant orphanage, the what. So there are a lot of things to check out just in a city. In Uganda, in the city, we only have many historical places. But if you want to start maybe wildlife and all that, you have to move out of the city a little bit. So that is what I loved about Kenya. In just that city, I got a lot of forest, the what. Wow, it has a lot to offer.
Yeah,
As
oh, go ahead.
as a city compared to Kigali and Kampala of Uganda.
Hmm.
So in Kigali, you wanted to say something?
No, I was going to say it's like over the last 5 years, I realized just the city by itself, as Nairobi, has so many things to offer. Usually,
Yeah,
there's a fee involved, but
yeah.
I didn't realize the first like 10 years that I knew I
Ah,
had a national park and you could do this, you could do that, you could go to a lot of clubs, but there is a lot of venues that you could take the whole family and
oh
participate
yes.
in. It's an amazing city. It has more to do in that city than Los Angeles, in my opinion, where basically I
Oh,
grew up there in Orange County, and I would say lot of different things than what you can't do in New York City. So therefore,
mm.
Nairobi's very unique in that fashion.
In the 5 days I spent in Nairobi, I think I created like 15 vlogs, if I'm not mistaken. 15 to
Hmm.
20. 15,
Hmm.
I think. I went to the Karura forest, an urban forest, a forest in the city. That's nice. In Uganda, you'll have to move out like a few kilometers to Jinja or to Lugasi to find Mabira Forest. I went to David Sheldrick Elephant Orphanage.
Hmm.
I went to the Giraffe Center where I got to kiss a giraffe. So I went to, I went to, there is Mambo, there is a Mambo village just in Nairobi. Then there is that place, it's like a cultural center in Nairobi. So I felt like, okay, it's just a city, but all these things someone can get. If you don't have a lot of days to spend in Kenya, you can just start with Nairobi itself. And there I met a lady who just flew from, was it Sierra Leone, for just 8 hours to navigate Nairobi, see the different things here and there, because the friend had told her that Nairobi has many things in town. Like you
Right.
can check out 8 hours, and she was going back. I'm like, okay,
Right.
why would I fly for only 8 hours?
Me and my wife have a friend that she purposely bought a van just to do exclusively Nairobi tours. And
Oh,
if
that's
anybody
nice.
wants to go outside of Nairobi, she has a black book of a lot of numbers that she can hook people up with guides. But yeah, because there's
Wow.
so much to do in Nairobi, there's no way that you can spend a whole month in Nairobi and see and
Mm.
experience everything that Nairobi has to offer, to the public. It's just impossible. It's just too
Oh, yeah.
much. So we got somebody else here. We got Better Creole Image Entertainment. Thank you for coming in. We also have, I thought I saw one more person here. No, that was just my mistake. On the screen there, the Mukwazi says, ha ha ha, even Raila is a content creator. Raila Odinga. Right.
Yeah, I told you. Everyone in Kenya, I did see that in Rwanda. In Uganda, we are fairly, but almost everyone in Kenya is an online influencer or content creator. Yeah, so I always laugh at them. I tell her, you, all Kenyans, you're content creators.
I can kind of see that. Even if they don't have a YouTube channel, they're a content creator. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
So my next
And
question,
then,
oh, go ahead.
what I loved in Rwanda, the cleanliness in Rwanda is amazing.
Yeah.
Not only in Kigali. Some people may think, okay, most of the people come in Kigali and they stop in Kigali. So maybe they concentrated on cleaning and organizing Kigali.
Hmm.
Not only Kigali. I moved to the northern province of Rwanda. Same in those, what they call ghettos, in those would be ghettos. They're so clean,
Hmm.
so clean. Like I think it's a concern of everyone keeping the country clean. So not only Kigali is clean, that amazed me a lot about Rwanda. Uganda, what I love most is the hospitality of people. I think that's why it's even so easy to call Ugandans. They're so hospitable. Sometimes annoyingly hospitable. That is who we are. No wonder we are the pearl of Africa.
Okay. So that's the best things you like about all three countries?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, great. So my next question for you is, I watched all your Rwanda vlog videos, right?
Mm.
You visited
Thank
the
you.
you're welcome, by the way. You visited the Kigali Genocide Memorial.
Oh
What
yeah.
did that experience do to you?
Who? Who? I kept wondering, how on earth would you see someone differently that you only wish them erased? That thing changed. Okay, it changed me for sure. Like I even got out. I kept on crying all the way through as I was in the genocide, to the point that the guide had to pause and say, "Mom, do you need some water or something? I first take you for a rest." Like everything was too much for me. At some point, I could not walk. I only sat down for minutes just to compose myself. I kept wondering, inside the genocide memorial, who polluted people's heads to the point of seeing another human being as a threat, as an enemy, to the point that you want them erased. So we are all people. These things, ever since that, by the ever since the genocide, because in Rwanda, because of what their history, actually, that genocide erased away the history of Rwanda. What do you know about Rwanda before the genocide? Everyone can only trace Rwanda back to the genocide. So it kind of took away their history. So everything the people know about Rwanda is genocide. So for me, ever since I went there, I made an agreement in my heart. Just like the Rwandese, they tell you we do not have tribes in Rwanda. We are all Rwandese. We are all, or they say Rwandans. So in my heart, I swore never to discriminate a person because of the tribe, those that tribalism may be favoring people because of I just signed it in my heart never to discriminate a person because of a tribe, religion, that I'm Christian, this one is a Muslim, this one is an born again Christian, this one an Advent, a Catholic. That is nothing. We all have red blood at the end of the day. We are all one people. Those things, I don't know if who even invented religion to separate people. I don't know how People got so drunk and got full of their tribes that they really do not wish opportunities for others. That is all. I find it also silly. So me as one, most cases, when people ask me about my tribe, I will mention like five of them. So I said, what is the point of me saying I belong to this particular group? I was born this, raised this, went to this. So different people have contributed to my well-being. So why would I discriminate any person depending on their tribe or their faith, their belief or what? Everyone needs to be loved. Everyone needs to be loved irrespective of religion. A Muslim needs love, a Catholic needs love, an Advent needs love. In the tribes in Uganda, Amuganda, Mutora, Munyoro, they all need love. What affects you affect them. You feel pain, they feel pain. So why impose on someone pain or deprive them of privileges when you wouldn't want that to happen to you? So what I don't want to happen to me, I can never do to anyone. That is how the genocide shaped me. All those people who took people's lives, did they really want? Would they wish the same to their families? Definitely not. So they were saying that maybe they are protecting the future of their families and what, but would they want the same thing to happen to them? No. So for me for one, what I don't want to happen to me, I will never on earth do to another person.
That was a very insightful answer that you just gave. I really appreciate that. Real quick before I go on, thank you for coming in, Nicholas. No, you're not too late. We're probably only halfway into this, so we got a lot more to go. So we're 39 minutes into it. It's probably going to go
Yeah.
an hour or hour 20 minutes. But anyway,
Yeah.
the Wonders of Africa just said you can never hold your tears when you visit that genocide
Oh yeah.
memorial center. Trust me. Um, Now I have a question for you that wasn't on the script.
Just before TIA, and it's
Yeah.
not just one genocide memorial. So
Mm,
that was in forgotten that region of that main genocide memorial. There is another one in is it called Chibagabaga, Kabagabaga, or Chibagabaga? There is another genocide memorial. There is another one as you're heading to. There is that route as you're going to Burundi. There's another genocide memorial. So millions of people lost lives. Till now, they tell you they are still counting because they are
mm.
still finding bones. They are still having people maybe confess wherever they buried the people. So it is too much pain. And more so in April when they are remembering the loved ones, you really feel the grief in the hearts of people. It it is only God that can touch such pain because people witnessed a lot. Witnessed a lot. So in Rwanda, all there is no tribe in Rwanda. I think I cited that in one of my vlogs. What you should know before going to Rwanda. When you go there, never ask about tribes or what. If you feel you're so much interested in knowing tribes or what in Rwanda, go to the genocide memorial. You'll find a clear description. That's why there are no tribes in Rwanda. All Rwandese are Rwandese, no tribes. One person, one people, one love.
For all Africans that visit Rwanda, do you recommend every one of them? Because it's not always on their itinerary. Do you recommend every one of them, if possible, to visit that memorial to see how it might change them?
I would recommend because if you are to love all people unconditionally, those are some of the historical events you have to check out and see what division caused. So there is sometimes when we do not check into history, we may never have a direction or focus on what the future should be like. So if you do not know what that genocide, I grew up when people talk about it, they used to tell us that sometimes they would throw the bodies, they would fish in Victoria and they find a fish with the body part from a person. Those are stories we used to hear. So that is how bad it was. But we used to think maybe what Hotel Rwanda, maybe it was just something like a movie. But when you go there, you see everything real and
Right.
it will reshape you. You will become an advocate for peace forever, for good.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
It's very powerful. Um, Next question I have for you is to get back into YouTube here. Um, I just want to add, when I do go to Rwanda, that's definitely one of the places I want to visit. That's on top of my bucket list. But the other question I have for you is, have you ever thought of quitting YouTube? And if so, why?
Quitting. Ah, that thought has never crossed my mind. Even with all the challenges I've met, I've never thought of quitting. Ah, mm-mm. Why would I? What would happen to me that I would quit sure? I know a little things here and there have caused me to be inconsistent because there is a period I spent like 3 months without uploading a thing. Yeah, because there I was worried. Because I remember that time it took Mike Milan to talk to me and was like, no, Erin, I was telling him, no, my videos are not good. But still, I never thought of quitting. I just got inconsistent. I was telling him I'm waiting, I'm saving up to buy gadgets and all that. So he sat me down and told me, you see, 3 months you're not uploading. You have a small audience, however small it is, those people are waiting to hear from you. He told me, learn to work with what you have, start with what you have, and everything else is going to find you on the way. Actually, what Mike Milan did, he was assigned to a different region in the country, and me, I was working at the headquarters. So when he was transferred back to the headquarters, he has a camera that he uses for work. This is when you're working as a technician, you take pics of the faults and what, make reports. So he would tell me every lunchtime, I go borrow his camera, shoot a video every day. Sometimes he would tell me, I'm not going to use it tomorrow, come and borrow my camera and go vlog, come go shoot your videos. And he told me, even when I take my camera from you, use your phone. Start with what you have. Be confident with what you have. Let people see you grow from that phone you call so bad until when you can afford a better one. So that is why I can never forget him. Mike Milan, I can't forget him. If you guys don't know Mike Milan, he's one of the Filipino friends. I think I've interviewed him on my channel. I used to work with him. So in that point, I never thought of quitting. I just thought of maybe pausing to get better equipment. But till now, I've never bought a camera. That means if I was to wait to buy a camera, I would not be vlogging till now. I'd still be rural and local.
So, Nicholas says something here that I agree. I agree with personally. To me, I think
Mm,
tribes defines us. To me, I see a lot of beauty in the different tribes. Like there's over 2,000 tribes throughout Africa.
mm,
The divisions I don't like, but as far as like unique cultural differences and stuff like that, that just
mm.
it's interesting. It's beautiful. It's there's some uniqueness to each and everybody. And then at the same time, Africa as a whole, there's a lot of things that are exactly the same. Everybody shakes with the right hand, and there's a lot of other things that are similar where tribes, let's say they never met each other, but you go throughout Africa, it's exactly the same on certain things. So
Oh,
that's
yeah.
something that you really can't say the whole continent of America. There's like things that are exactly the same that are like
Yeah,
culturally
my
defined.
My point is, we can't do away with culture. Since
Hmm.
time memorial, different
Hmm.
people have had different lifestyles, different ways of living. My point is, irrespective of the differences we have in cultures and what, that should not be a point of division. You
Right.
can, if you do not believe in what my culture says, you can still respect me. It is possible. There are a lot of cultures I disagree with. My friends, my best friends, I tell them, hey, but you guys, you do this thing in there, but me, until now, I've never gotten to understand that and it doesn't make sense to me. But I do not disrespect. Okay, you respect each other. That should not be a point of division. If we could find a way of working together with our difference in tribes and cultures and religions and faith, that is unity. Unity doesn't mean you're all one. You believe in the same thing. You're no unity means you have different backgrounds. You have differences in your culture, but you still can come together to agreement. Those differences do not make another person your enemy. Someone being a Muslim and you're Christian doesn't make them an enemy. That is what they believe in, this is what you believe in, but you can work together. Someone being a Muganda, in Buganda, we are raised to kneel as a sign of respect to the elders. In Western Uganda, they do not do that. So I can't say that Westerners, they don't have respect for people just because they don't kneel. That is not their culture. That is not how they honor. So if we can respect each other's differences, that is unity. But we
Right.
can't all be the same that, okay, the whole of us in Uganda, we don't kneel while greeting. No. These cultures have been there longer than we, since time memorial, since time began.
Right.
What I'm saying, let's work together with our differences. So your culture should not be a basis, or someone's tribe should not be a basis as to why you should not open doors of opportunities to them. Because, okay, this one is a Muganda, they kneel down while they are greeting, and for us we don't, so I will not offer them a job. I find that so uncouth.
Right. I absolutely agree with you on that, and hopefully a lot of people can hear what you said because been a lot of other people in the past and will be in the future that are going to say the exact same thing that you just said. So it's
Okay.
always important to keep saying that because it's true.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, it's very true.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'd like to say thank you for coming in. We have Precious to God TV. Thank you very much from Nigeria. We have African New TV from Nigeria.
Thank you.
And let's see who else we have in here. I think I saw one more person. No, that was just my eyes playing tricks on me. If I didn't mention your name, just let me know. My next question for you is how did you feel when you won the this is for the Niger boy, but how did you feel when you won the free 5-day round trip to Kenya sponsored by the
Hey,
Niger boy?
hey, hey. I wish my sisters or my family was like, I wish they were in this broadcast, they would judge you. The home came everything. That is was the only thing to talk about at home. They got tired of it. I got so excited. I got so happy. I was at work. Most people know my passion. Like, of course, deep inside me, I wanted to travel, but I didn't know how to start. I'm like, okay, how does even someone take a plane? How does it feel to be in a plane? Where do you find how? Those are the things that I used to just dream of. And here it was, a dream come true. Oh my God, that everything is so fresh in my head. Everything that on that Nairobi trip is so fresh in my head. That's why I told you Niger boy means a lot to my channel. So he puts a giveaway and I get to know that okay, there is a giveaway. He tells me there is a giveaway, you can participate. Some people will win trips to Kenya, Kenyans will win trip to South Africa. In my head I said, okay, I had just processed my passport like a few months back, even processing that passport, I was asking myself honestly, now where am I going to go? But I said, let me just do it. You never know what God has for me. So I get the passport. It was so virgin, so untouched, like so new. With that passport, okay, I got the momentum of participating in the giveaway. But also I was wondering, what can I really win this? And if I win, is it true that I'm going to fly? Now, my main concern was not going to Kenya. No, no, no. My main concern was flying. I had never been in a plane, no, never. Not even posing near it. I would only see it in movies. Maybe I remember when we were young, we escorted our uncle to the airport, and now we have this culture. I don't know whether it's only here, but I think people have been, I don't know. In Uganda, when someone would be going abroad, they will even put a bus to go and collect people in the village to come and escort him to the airport. That is how much fly. So when we were little, our uncle was going to London.
Okay.
And we came from the village and I looked at the plane. I said, now, Ocho, so what if some people stand and that thing inclines on one side? Won't it overturn? Will our uncle come back? So I used to wonder, what does it feel like being in that thing? And then here Niger Boy puts a giveaway. I participated like crazy. I went telling my workmates. I started because I work in the workshop. I told them there is this giveaway. I don't know whether it's true or not, but I trust the source. Someone says if you win, you're getting a trip to Kenya. It's a flight, not a bus. Guys, vote for me. They first refused. The first day I had like 2 votes. The next day I went on one by one. I tell them, please, you have a smartphone? Yes. Please go this. Then I explain it to them so people got to understand where I was coming from. They got to know it was going to be an experience like never before. My very own workmates, when the days were running out, they went to their homes, told their friends, their families, like everyone was advocating for me. And at home, it was hard to convince people. I told them, I have never flown, even I've never left my home, I've never left Uganda, I've never been in an airplane. I want to know what it feels like. And my workmates, oh my God, what they did for me. Everyone was putting on their status. They told me, okay, I have my neighbors. Yesterday I worked with my relatives. That's what they would give me feedback. I have my neighbors, so today I'm going to go and talk to my neighbors, and they vote for you. So that is how I won that trip. It is still so fresh in my head. I can talk the whole day. If it's talking about that trip, I can talk the whole day till tomorrow. The whole experience of going to the air to the airport was a different story. I've just those of them and they kept on laughing. But this is what it meant to me. It was the first time to be in a plane, the first time to fly, the first time to be out of Uganda. My flight was when I won. By the way, News found me at work. That is when he released the video naming the winners. I saw I wasn't among the people who won. Okay, I knew I had done my best, but I did still expect to win. My friends had supported me the best way they knew. But still, I didn't know that I would really, really and surely win. So I told them now I'm not going to check anything. I'm not going to ask. Let me just wait for the video to come out. Deep inside me, I was like, Erinah, surely, who knows you? Other people know a lot of people. They are like big influencers. I used to fear Dama in the competition. Dama had over 1,000 subscribers already. I'm like, okay, those alone, and you have 500. Maybe you're just going to want to win a T-shirt, a gimbal, but I had done my best. I knew that. So I said, let me leave the rest to God. I even used to pray. I used to pray. Hi. It was a trip, you guys. It was a trip flying in a plane now. Huh.
I want
That
to real quick because he probably can't hear us right now. The
yeah.
Niger boy just got on a plane. He's about to take off, so he said, "Take care, guys." But the Niger boy, thank you very much for. This really is part because of you. The Niger boy is somebody
Yeah.
who has really gone out of his way to help other content creators within Africa to fairly win whatever contest that he has, but to actually promote them and also encourage them to
Yeah.
do more with their channel to promote Africa in a positive manner. So, thank you very much, the Niger Boy, for everything that you're going to be doing. I'll be
Wow.
welcoming him where I'm at right now in September. He'll be here for 2 days, so I'm going to be hosting him in the city where I'm at right now in
Wow. That's
September.
nice.
So, yeah. So, I also want to take real quick. I'm going to let you continue, but I want to read a couple things in the chat.
Mm.
Yeah, everybody, please, if you can, share out the live stream while it's still going. Also, get the thumbs
Yeah.
up as well. I already seen a couple of people have already shared out, like African New TV. Um, and then we also have Precious to God TV has already shared out the stream.
Wow.
Thank you very much. We also
Thank
have Bean
you.
Sharon, who's in Turkey, another Ugandan. She just came in. Thank you and hello,
Mm.
Sharon. And let's see here. I'm trying to see if anybody else came in. Nope, that's about it. So please continue about the flight.
So about that, why I told you I can just view everything on that flight because everything is still
Or
so fresh in my head.
real quick, I forgot to mention. Homies and lifters said this. I'm sorry. I'm
Mm.
sorry. I apologize for interrupting, but she said,
It's
and I don't
okay.
want to skip it. In my culture, the respect is also to kneel down or bend at the knees a little when greeting. So,
Yeah. Most cultures in Africa do that. So I hope you don't call someone who doesn't kneel, you don't call them disrespectful. They have another way of honoring in that culture. And maybe I should also tell you sometimes we kneel, but when deep inside you are standing. So not every
mhm.
kneeling is honor. Yeah, but we respect culture and that's it. We can work with our indifferences. So back to my trip. Niger boy kept on asking me, so where would you want to sit? I told him, I have never been in a plane. Wherever I will sit, as long as it's inside the plane, I'll be comfortable, I'll be okay. Then he said, okay, maybe because you're a vlogger, I'll get you a window seat. I'm like, perfect. I even want to see if I will still see, maybe locate my home as we are flying up there. Because, up there you're seeing everything. He just kept on laughing because by the Niger boy flies a lot. In a year, he can fly like 90 times. Here, here is a girl in all her life. She's never been on a plane. So sometimes he would ask me questions. I give him answers, and he thinks I'm joking. I didn't know much about it. He told me which airline and all that. I wasn't sure if the Uganda airline had started working. I told him book anywhere, anything as long as it is flying, and I'm going to be in Kenya. Boom, have no problem. So the flight was supposed to be at 3 a.m. in the night, 3 a.m. I spent the whole day up and down. I had not slept the other night because I was like just wondering, okay, how is it going to be when I'm inside that plane? Am I supposed to stand? What if I stand and it tilts? So things were going on in my head. By the way, I'm old. So you people may think those things were happening when I was a little kid. I'm old. Those things were in an old girl's mind. So I didn't have a good sleep. I had my supervisor knew what it meant for me at work. He told me, okay, this Saturday don't work, go and prepare for your trip. And to tell you guys, those days were not on my leave. He told me, okay, 5 days, you will come back and work. I was like, okay, all things are working out for me. Okay, this means a lot. I would not disappoint because he had given me 5 days and my leave was untouched. That meant a lot. Thank you so much. So the flight was at 3 a.m., but the whole day I had not slept. I didn't even take a nap. So my friend told me, who was going to pick me to take me to the airport, like, go home, have a rest. I will come and pick you around maybe 11 p.m. Then we go to the airport because you will check in at around midnight and all that. But by 8 p.m., I was calling him, where are you? Because I was worried. What if we find traffic and the plane goes? What if? Uh-huh. So 8 p.m. I was calling him, where are you? We need to be at the airport. He told me, Erinah, your flight is at 3 a.m. There are 7 hours to the flight, but all those things would not make sense to me. All I wanted was to be at the airport. I wait for it from there because I wasn't certain about everything else that would happen in between. I would not lose my trip for anything. And kaboom! By 10, I was at the airport. 10! And everything went on and on. When I sat in the plane like this, you guys, okay, first experience, I'm like, okay, this is how it is. And I flew around air. So those things which I've seen in movies, those women talking, they always talk from the nose. Flight. Those things I was not getting. I didn't care what they were communicating. All I knew is I was in a plane. That is what I wanted. So when we reached, that excitement was there. I was happy. I cried like never before. I'm so emotional. Some people don't know that. I cried. So
You made a vlog video when you were in Kenya, and Damaris was in it. Can you please tell us why you're on a 5-day excursion to Kenya and why it took you 5 days to unpack, and then why did it take 5 days to unpack everything you had in your bags? Oh, by the way, Asmal Zakari from Nigeria is in here. Thank you very much. If
oh,
you haven't,
thank you.
have you all haven't seen the interview I had with her? It was over a month ago. It's definitely down in the interviews playlist, so definitely check her out.
Thank you.
Yeah, why did it take 5 days for you to unpack on a 5-day excursion?
Yes, till now I watched that video. I asked myself, Erina, were you going for a marriage in Kenya or It was just 5 days. I got a big suitcase. I packed everything. I felt like I needed everything because it was my first time to travel now. It was the first experience.
Hmm.
First time out of Uganda, first time to fly, like first time to be in a different country, first time to vlog outside Uganda. So I had a picture in my mind like, okay, I have to be smart, I have to be like this. I got a whole suitcase of clothes. I don't know. I don't know what was in my head, but I think it was excitement. And
Right.
Dama told me when we unpacked, like she kept on laughing. It's like, Erinah, now this one for what? She was giving me tips on traveling, but they were all not making sense for me at that time. But until now, it's when I'm realizing every day I would use a cloth. She says, let me see if you do not use all those clothes, I'm going to penalize you. So every day we would use a cloth, we put it back in the in the bag. On the last day, clothes were still hanging. She's like, why did you carry all these things? It was just 5 days. She's like, I cannot even carry half of what you carried when I have a trip for a month. So I'm like, God, was my first trip, excitement. But that excitement is reducing. When I was going to Rwanda, still I packed much, but not as compared to Kenya. Yet I was spending 2 weeks in Rwanda. So I packed less. I think my next destination to Tanzania will take only a t-shirt and a short, maybe.
So everybody who hasn't seen that video that she did, you all got to watch it. It's amazing. But do you remember the title of that video?
That title was, oh my God, I can't remember that title surely.
Okay,
Maybe I can only check it out.
I'm sure it has the word packing in it or something like that.
Oh yeah.
So everybody, when just go check it out. It's funny.
Yeah,
You'll probably learn a thing or two yourself when you watch it. We also have Sharon and the family. Thank you for
thank
coming in
you.
as well. We appreciate you being here. By the way, if anybody has any questions for Erinah
Mm.
TL, please
Oh
go ahead and
yeah,
put your questions in the comments section so I can address them to her. She can answer them for you.
I'll be glad to answer. I I think I've gotten the video. It's called Tour My Kenyan Room and Unpack with Me.
Unpack with me.
That
Okay.
that is the second video when I was in Kenya. The first one was my first time to fly. I
Hmm.
even said bye bye Kampala as if I was not going back. But here, I'm back. Now that was the very second video, touring the room and then unpacking. Yeah,
Okay. As a international content creator,
you said it
um,
right.
which are the YouTubers have you collabed with from other African countries? We know Damaris,
From
but yeah.
Actually, most of you know Damaris. On my 5 days trip to Kenya, because we used to be up and down, I would, I told Dama, I briefed her, I want to get the best out of this trip. If it means, yes, he sent me for a vacation, but I'm not here for vacation. I'm here to create content. If it means 50 vlogs, I'm okay. So I didn't get chance. I think that blinded me. I didn't get chance to collaborate with other content creators in Kenya. I only worked with Damaris on that trip. I was so blinded. I was so excited that I did not really create. Manla King tried so much to reach me, so much, but we're always up and down. We would start in the morning and come back at night. I used my residence for only sleeping, nothing more. So I didn't get a chance to collaborate with anyone apart from Dama in Kenya. But in Rwanda, I still worked with Nexo Rwanda.
Hmm.
Nexo is a young hardworking man. He's a content creator in Rwanda. He also guides people. Every time we have friends going to Rwanda, we always refer them to Nexo. He's so calm, so gentle. Then he takes you around. That one we collaborated with Nexo Rwanda. Then other content creator, there is a lady called Barbara Birunji. I didn't get to really, she got tied up and then the schedule, it was so tight. So in Rwanda, I only collaborated with Nexo. And I was still with my travel buddy, Dama. So only two people from other countries. Oh, another one, Nappy breeds. I didn't meet
Yes.
Nappy in Ghana, but Nappy had come to Uganda, and so we got a chance to have him, me, and Amito Mitra. So I also collaborated with Nappy Breeds, the village boy from Ghana. Uh, in Uganda, I've only collaborated with, which collab have I had in Uganda? I've not had a lot of collabs. I've had maybe with Osi, the Bone Child, which was just a mere challenge, a small challenge. Yeah, I've not. It is this year I was going to concentrate so much on collabs. Yeah.
You see what's on the screen.
The what?
You see what's on the screen.
Oh yes, yes, Amito, international content creator. You're saying it right. International content creator has only been to 2 countries, but soon my hand will be full. Like this, every country I go to. So this is Uganda. I am a Ugandan, but I've been to Kenya and to Rwanda. More countries are still coming up.
Okay, we have a question from Asma Zakari. She says,
Mm.
Erinah, does the traveling panic make you scared too?
I think I used, okay, by the way, I used to feel that maybe it was only me because I've not been traveling a lot. Now I think it seems it's not only me. When I was going to Rwanda, there is that kind of restlessness that comes around. Maybe because you're moving from your comfort zone. Let me tell you guys, if you think, most of you think, okay, travel is fun and it is enjoyable. That is what I should tell you. But it is also moving out of your comfort zone. You're going to new people, new areas, new places. I think that is where that little kind of panic comes from. But once I reach the place, it always goes away. But I get so restless until I start the trip. That is how it is. Even within Uganda, even if I'm going to Ginger, I will get so restless until I've started the trip. That is how it is. I don't know why.
Okay, I'd like to say thank you also for coming in. That's African City with Emma. I appreciate it.
Mm,
Now my next question for you, as a Ugandan vlogger under the lockdown, what have you been
mm.
doing on a day-to-day basis? Be
What
be
a
hon- be
question.
honest. Be honest.
On a daily.
On a daily basis, yeah.
Now, let me be honest. There have been two versions of me. The Erinah when the lockdown had started and the Erinah now. Because those days, how I used to spend them is quite different. So when the lockdown had just started, I was excited. Not excited about the disease, but about the leave. I'm one person, I think I overwork. I was so exhausted. I really needed a rest. And kaboom, a disaster comes and I have a rest. That kept me excited. I said now I have chance to work on my channel and be consistent. You guys, I used to put out vlogs on a daily. So what I used to do, I wake up, do my morning devotion, prepare breakfast. We living like 5 people. Prepare breakfast and vlog whatever I'm going to do. Maybe I'm going to go somewhere. I will vlog that. Come back, edit it, and upload it. These events, these small events I've told you, they will take me the whole day. Editing is not a job something for the whole day. Sometimes maybe it's not coming out, you need to add this. You feel it's not enough, you need to do this and this that. So sometimes it could take the whole day. Remember, I was uploading on a daily, so I needed content on a daily. So that was it, my morning devotion. Then do prepare breakfast. If it's sometimes it would not be me to prepare. If I don't prepare breakfast, that time I would use it to do other chores like wash the clothes and everything else, clean around, and then create content, edit and upload. That was it. But now, these days, because as public transport was opening in Uganda, I went in for leave. I'm on leave for 2 months, but I'm one person who doesn't want to just sit back here. I can do all the chores in the house in a day, things that are supposed to be done in a week, and I still have nothing else to do. So what I do, I run errands for my friends, and they pay me. Yeah, maybe you want me to go and make for you payments. You don't want to line up in the back, guys. Yeah, that's what I do. I will go. Like today, I was running an errand. Woke up so early. If the errands, I start with the errands. Yeah, do my morning devotion, back on the errand. The errand is going to be in town, I really have to wake up so early. Like today, I woke up so early, go to town. It rained on me. Like the whole rain that was supposed to rain in Africa, it rained on me. I was freezing.
Hmm.
So I came back, did a little chores here, and went to warm myself up. Here I am on a live stream. So YouTube is on a daily. If you've seen something consistent on my day, it's the morning devotion. YouTube is on a daily, and a little dancing here and there. That is what is keeping me so positive and so strong. That is how my day is. Yeah.
Okay, a little dancing here and there, kind of break the monotony. And okay. Um, Nexo Rwanda, my gal Irina,
Ooh,
he's
he's
here.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's here.
next door. He's the one I was telling you
Hmm.
about, the one I collaborated with in Rwanda.
Yeah, so if anybody hasn't checked out Nexo Rwanda, just his name is pretty easy to find in the search on YouTube. So go ahead and check him out.
Yeah.
He is a very nice person, as she said, and you'll really enjoy his videos, I think.
Yeah,
We
more
got.
so when you want to travel to Rwanda, you can get in contact with him on Instagram, and
Hmm.
he's a very good guide. He will take you around. He's the one he was taking around Rock Ghana. I
Uh
think those
huh.
are the guys with the biggest street comedy channel in Africa.
Uh huh.
Rock Ghana. He was the one helping them to shoot and taking them around, choosing for them the places they are going to shoot from. So he's a very good guy.
As we didn't do this in the beginning, and usually I do it in the beginning. Let people know where they can find you for those who are just now discovering you.
Oh, just in case you want to get in touch with the international content creator. Oh, I can't fake an accent. I can't. back, I'm back to the ground, back to normal. Factory settings. If you want to check me out, YouTube, I'm Erinah TL. I am so active on YouTube. I'm more active on YouTube than the founders themselves of YouTube. So YouTube, I'm Erinah TL. The international, no, not the international printer. The only name is Erinah TL, Erinah. You'll find the details in this description. On Facebook, I have a page, Facebook page. I've not been so active on my Facebook page, but it's called Erinah TL. And then my Facebook account is Tusubira Erinah Luiga. Tusubira is Tusuubira, Erinah Luiga. On Instagram, Erinah TL. Still, there you can always DM me, ask me anything on and all that, so I can always get to you. On Twitter, I've been one of my accounts. I lost the details and what, so there are two accounts you'll find Erinah TL. Uh, I don't know how best to guide you on Twitter, but you'll find the link in the description box below. But I'm so active on Instagram in case you want to reach me, have a chat, ask me any question. I'm just a simple girl. You'll get to me. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm on TikTok. Sorry.
Okay.
TikTok, Erinah TL.
So I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
update that TikTok. Everybody, her information is in the description box, like she said. I
Mm,
didn't get in time to put her IG in there. I will put her IG account in there after the interview.
okay.
So,
All
and
right.
then as long as you give me that TikTok information, I'll add that as well, so everybody could just click on it.
Yeah, I'll
Um,
give you TikTok information, but on TikTok, I don't do travel. I just do fun things like mimicking comedians and all that. Anything that makes me happy, because every time you're happy, you're freeing up toxic substances from your body. Because when you get angry, there are some chemicals you're imposing into your body. That is too much science. Okay. Just being happy and being stress free. That is what I do on TikTok.
okay, we also have, I believe it's Ozzy, the Born Child. Um,
Oh, that one, my major.
okay, so let's see. Ozzy, the Born Child, is saying Amito Mitra Nae Kiki Dala. I'm not
That
sure what
is
that means.
what is it, surely?
Okay.
I don't
Well,
know what Amito said. So when he says Naechi Chidara, he's asking, what is it, surely?
she's saying, stop stalking me.
Oh, so Osi, you had to ask, what is it, surely? Why? Yeah, that's what he's saying.
So Nexo Rwanda says, wow, thanks for promoting my channel and me in general. No problem, Nexo. You're doing a great job. Keep doing it.
Uh,
Um, let's see here. Now, oh, telephone number, please. So I'm not sure who that's for. JMax is asking telephone number, please. Arena,
hmm?
Amito has a question for you on the screen.
Oh, yeah. Amito, Amito. Why are you poking your nose? Okay, Amito is asking, Erina, are you in a relationship? Everyone has relationships. You have a relationship with your mother, a relationship with your brother. So you've not been so clear about which relationship you're talking about. I have a relationship with my mom and my dad, my friends, and everything. You've not been so clear.
So Irina, you're not going to answer the question straight out.
I'm answering it. I mean, I was just messing with her head. Oh yeah, I'm in a relationship. I'm
Yep.
dating.
Yep. So
Yeah,
everybody, you heard it. She's actually in a relationship.
yeah.
So you don't have to ask her if she's in a relationship. If you watch this video, she's in a relationship,
Ah,
and it's a good relationship. So maybe
yeah.
someday
It's
you'll invite him on and introduce him. Maybe if he likes the camera.
oh, I.
Maybe
It's
not.
quite uncomfortable when it comes to cameras.
Okay.
He's just getting used to the things of vlogging and
Hmm.
all that. Yeah, so maybe we can respect his privacy now.
And I respect that. And
Yeah.
another thing too, all content creators, if you get some request out there while you're vlogging, like please don't show me in your video. I'm sure you're doing it already. But if they're in a shot that you have to have up there, if you could please blur out their faces, because we all have software now that we can use online that has that capability. Just blur out their faces and just respect their wishes. So, other
But
than that,
sometimes when you
go ahead.
explain to them that, okay, I'm going to blur your faces, they do not, they're like, no, rather you don't take me at all. Yeah, there are those places maybe. So it's rare for me to vlog in markets. You've seen most of my vlogs, if I'm outdoors, no people are there.
Mm.
Maybe if they're unaware. Like this, there is a vlog I'm going to be soon releasing about Kampala, the arcades, what. They were refusing people to go into the arcades, that there will be no self distancing. But once I was downtown, I tried, but that you could see I did it stealthily, but still not a specific faces concentrated on. Yeah, I have to
Uh,
respect people's privacy.
Amito, we'll go ahead and skip that question. But anyway, um, my next question for you is
This girl child is stubborn now.
okay. So, just recently you met up with the triplets, ghetto kids, and their manager.
Wow.
What was that
Yeah.
like?
Ah. Ooh, it was so nice. I got to see another side of them I don't know. Oh, just by the way, to let you know, it is a Mito Mitra that connected me to the manager of the triplets ghetto kids. And he was so welcoming. Like, okay, those kids are celebrities. They've featured French Montana, they've performed in America, they've traveled the world. So when I went in their home, the triplets ghetto kids, I was welcomed so warmly. And I got to know another side. Most of them would hear the word ghetto kids and maybe they expect them to be stubborn, jumpy, and all that. They are kids, but they are raised in a respectful way. I didn't expect to find such discipline in the house of the ghetto kids. So disciplined, I was humbled. I got to meet with Patricia. Most of the people who know the triplets ghetto kids, they must be knowing Man King and Patricia, maybe Alex passed away. So I was so humbled. I got to know that different because I always want to know these people I see on TV. I always want to know the life behind cameras, without cameras. What are they like? And she is so calm, calmer than the way they are on TV even. So I was so impressed, I must tell you, and that the manager is doing a great job. If any of these people can reach out to the home, they are very welcoming. Anyone can go and visit the ghetto kids. Yeah, just maintain the African culture. Every time you're going to visit someone, carry something for them. These are little kids, they get excited to see new people, and everyone can visit the home. I was so honored and so briefly, actually, it's also you who also gave me a chance. I had never thought of going there. You triggered it all, and I went there. You set it all up. I was so humbled
You're
by
welcome.
the discipline and how these kids are being raised. Yes, the name ghetto kids, it's just a name. They do not have ghetto behavior. No, they are so disciplined. Good timekeeping, like welcoming visitors and all that. They're so disciplined. Thank you so much for the opportunity you gave me to go there.
You are welcome. Um, I appreciate it. And everybody, I don't know exactly when, but I have a special treat for all of you guys, and it's going to star Erinah TL. I'm not going to say what it is, but it's going to star the international content
Content
creator.
creator. Yeah, you know how I got that name? It started as a joke. Okay, all of a sudden, when there is that clip, I don't know if you've seen it in my recent intro, when I'm trying to be on a camel and then it's like I'm falling off. I was in Kenya, eh? So I shared that clip in the WhatsApp group of Ugandan content creators. They kept on laughing, "You're going to die in a strange country, what?" Then they're like, "Auntie," then someone commented, "She's searching for content international and all that." Then the other one said, "You girls, don't joke with her, she's now international." So that is how, now to brag on them, sometimes I would post something in a group and I tell them, "Hi, local creators. It is a good morning from the international content creator." So they would be like, wow. I would just start confusion in a group. That is how I became the international content creator. I was
You,
bragging on other people.
she is
that
the official ICC.
ICC, yeah.
That's right.
Though the lockdown tried to make me LCC, but I'm still
Yeah,
stable.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you see,
The lockdown tried to make you the DCC, the domestic content creator.
but now I'm on an interview, a live interview with only internationals. We're having people from USA, people from Kenya, people from Namibia, like all over the world. They are watching me. So I'm no longer DCC or LCC or RCC. I'm back to the top, ICC.
Okay, so we got somebody that came in not too long ago. Chioma Channel, want to dance? Go ahead, go for it. Just do it the right way. Appreciate you being here. Nabs Ara is here. Thank you
Wow,
for
that
being here.
TIA, just to say a special thing. I'm sorry I keep on interrupting you. Have
That's
a
all right.
big mouth. Just to tell you, Nabs Ara, I've not yet collabed with her, but I've sent in my request for collab. She's already accepted. That lady has inspired so many content creators, including me. That is why I had to pause and maybe just give her a shout out. She's inspired me. You can see her channel. She's so hardworking, like all that. Like those days when I was inconsistent, I would really look up to her. I look at her and I feel like, okay, I'm inspired to continue on the journey. You know, there are those low moments and all that. I do not need to talk to her. I just go watch her content. Like everything is, it keeps you motivated. You also want to do more. I love her. And then you've been seeing the crazy Amito Mitra in the chat. Those ladies, like I admire their hard work, the dedication they put in. So most days when I'm lazy, I just think of them and just get rejuvenated. Another one is not here. She's called Namoli. I've just given them a shout out because they are so inspiring and so motivating to me. I love them.
I'll add to that list, and that's BNT.
B and T Lifeline. So if you want to, hey, those girls, I love. They are interesting. So when they're introducing themselves, because their channel is B and T Love Lane. What I love about them, they are together. Then you ask one to introduce themselves. Then she'll say, "I am Betty, and I am the B in the B and T Life Lane." And then the other one say, "I am Tina, and I am the T." So I just enjoy their introduction always. I love them too.
So
Yeah.
look, you see the screen.
Oh, don't cry. No, don't be like me. Me, I first hide to cry. I almost cried here, but I composed myself, so don't cry. I
Okay, so
hope people didn't notice.
well, I'm going to shout him out. Niai Adagana, he just sent me a WhatsApp. He can't be here right now because he's shooting, but he did get the notification, and I'm sure he'll watch
Okay.
the replay. But if anybody hasn't checked out Niai, just look up Niai. I'll put it in the chat for those who don't know
And there
him.
is an interview about him too.
Yeah, there is an interview I had with him about 2, 3 weeks ago. It's gotten over 400 something views. Great guy. Just go ahead and check him out. He has some great content, different content, great content.
Yeah.
Okay, so my next question for you is, We already talked about the ghetto kids and meeting the manager. Um,
Mm.
and actually, the next question, well, that's something that the Mukwazi's already asked, so we're going to skip that one. Um, what do you like best about being a vlogger?
Ha! I can talk for a whole hour on that. Being about the best part about being a vlogger is that you get to share your experiences, not in the exact moment, but with different people anytime. Even when I'm sleeping, I'm sharing my experiences about Rwanda, about my first flight in my videos when people are checking out my channel. And if you're one who likes sharing experiences, that is the best thing. People getting to know, okay, what it feels like. Probably that experience is going to help out someone. Another thing, I have a platform. I can preach here. I can hold a political rally here. Like the platform alone, where you know you have an audience. By the way, knowing that I like talking a lot, I don't know why. I don't know. So talking is senseless if you're talking to yourself. You need people to talk to. This is the platform I have. Just to tell you something funny. Those days I would get my bad phone. Maybe I'm in the hostel room. I put it in front of me. Whatever thing I want to address, I didn't know about Facebook videos and all that. I didn't know much about social media when I was at university. Yeah, don't laugh. So, but what I would do, I get my phone, put there, form an imaginary crowd and talk to them. I've done that several times in a video. Even in a mirror, I've preached sermons in a mirror. I've talked to conferences, I've held conferences in a mirror. So, how about much more right now when I have an audience, when I have a platform, people who can listen to me, criticize me, share their views, disagree with me, agree with me. All that is engagement. Someone disagreeing with me doesn't make them my enemy. So I love that a lot. So how much more now when I have a platform. So that's why my live stream was so easy for me. Some people would ask me, how do you keep talking in a live stream? I cannot live stream beyond 30 minutes or 45. And me, I would gladly do that for 2 or 3 hours. Yeah, it's exhausting. Nothing is as tiring as talking. Some people think it's an easy job. I got to know radio presenters are in for something tough. But that is me. I talk. But growing up, I wasn't like that. Being a child, I wasn't someone who talks. A visitor can come in our house and you leave when you've not heard me say anything because I don't know what happened to me that I talk like this when I grew up. I don't know.
Yeah, and
But I
and
enjoy it.
and you said something interesting. In the I think it was yesterday, we were talking a little bit to get prepared for this interview, is that some
Mm,
people, and I've gotten it too, and I'm sure everybody's gotten it, and we all know people like this who feel this way. And sometimes the people who feel this way, what I'm about to say, are like this too, and they just don't realize it. Is that you get people who, well, we like to use the word jealous, but it's actually envy, that they think we talk too much if we're a very talkative type of person. I don't believe that at all. I don't. Uh, well, no, I believe that people are envious, but what I'm saying is, I don't
mm.
think there's anything wrong with it.
Yeah,
Some
as long as
people
someone
just
is not insulting you, there's
right,
nothing wrong.
right,
Yeah.
and you got to look at it this way. If somebody talks a lot, there's something in them that makes them excited about talking, and people shouldn't put them down for it. That's my opinion. And
Mm,
just let it be, because maybe you're not very talkative on camera, but you're very
mm.
talkative, behind the scenes. And then some
Yeah, there are
people are
also
very,
those people.
yeah, and there's also people that are very talkative on camera and they don't know why, but they're very quiet behind the scenes. So,
Yeah, that also happens.
yeah.
So
Now,
we are different people. That's what people should know. When you're dealing with people, you don't expect all people to reason like you, to
mhm.
behave like you, to be like you. You in the entire world, you are one person. Who are you? We are all different. So if I'm talkative and someone is not, that doesn't mean I'm going to humiliate them with my words or intimidate them, or they shouldn't see me as a threat because I talk a lot. But if we could find a way of, yes, you're an introvert, I'm an extrovert, but yes, we come to agreement that that's who we are, and we can still be in peace and respect each other. I will highlight the word respect. That is key.
Okay. We also have somebody who's guilty of talking a lot. Asma Zakari says, exactly. I love talking too. LOL.
I hope it's not guilty by association.
Rashid
Uh,
Freestyler says, I'm back, TL. I didn't even know you were gone, brother. So you'll be watching the replay, I'm sure. Let's see. Freestyler was always there for you during that time. Okay. So
oh
you know
yeah.
you've got some longtime supporters, and you're just
When I
gonna.
was talking, I maybe you give me a chance to appreciate you, TIA. You were always there. I'm talking, I'm eating, I'm yawning, I'm drinking. Freestyler, J Max, Amito Mitra, Curtis, John Moore. I cannot mention enough all of you who stood with me on the grinding and the road to monetization. And always, not only that time, even right now in my live streams, I thank you so much. Thank you for the support because I know time is money, but I do not take anyone's time for granted. That's why on my channel, I love so much comments because someone commenting means they have given you a part of their time. They have watched your content and they are
Mm.
giving you feedback. So, all of you guys, I do not take you for granted. Every time I look at when I go to my channel, it's not views, I rush to the comments. And I know there are many of you who watch my content and still don't comment, but still, nevertheless, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for the support.
You got my welcome, and I'm sure you got everybody else's welcome as well.
Oh yeah.
And we already got one that's saying, "You are welcome, dear." That's Kurt. We have
Oh, John has been
John
here.
Moore. Yeah,
Well, I call him Yokana. Oh, he changed his name. Here I'm seeing Yokana. I call him Yokana because John in Uganda is Yokana.
okay. Was that you that gave him the name? I forgot.
Yeah,
You
he's John. His name
right,
is John.
right.
But in Uganda, John is translated as Yokana.
Okay, okay. I get it
Yeah,
now. I
like
get it.
Hope is in Uganda, Subi. So for John in Uganda is Yokana. So I would every time he would come to my live streams, I call him Yokana. Yeah.
Okay, so next question. What do you like least about being a vlogger?
What I like least,
Arena,
the
don't
truth.
cry.
I want. I almost I was going to cry, but I recomposed myself. I hope people didn't notice that, but I am one who easily. So what I love least about being a vlogger is some people have entitlement. Some subscribers have an entitlement. They feel they can toss you around and around and around. Yes, that is our audience. We are supposed to do interesting things for them, give them content, but some of them are disrespectful.
I have to agree.
Someone, because, okay, this is social media and we are all raised differently, but I do not know why you would come on social media to specifically disrespect someone or to bully someone or to belittle and demean someone. Why would you want to be a source of bad energy? Why? Why would you want to be a message of bad news or bad energy? Why? So that is what people who and the people that is the people who disrespect, and then the people who have entitlement who think they can command you anytime. We're doing content for our audience, and we thank you so much that you appreciate the efforts we put in. But there are some of you who go ahead and you want to maybe find someone to command. Like I told you, someone commented someday, I told you never to use that kind of music. He told me it was a Japanese music. I don't know. This is music I get from the app. Yeah. I told you never to use that kind of music. Me, I didn't even know whether Japanese or not. It's music. I loved the song and I used it. So I told you not to do this. So there's that such kind of entitlement that comes along, and then they are going to back it up with disrespect. That baffles me a lot.
I totally agree. I totally agree. That's one of the things that kind of gets me. Now I don't let it bother me, but it just gets me because I know how other people how it makes them feel, and
Yeah.
I don't appreciate people doing that to others.
Like recently, I was going through my comments,
Uh huh.
and someone, just because that's what I'm telling people, when you disagree with someone, it doesn't mean they are your enemies. Someone replied to one of another person's comment, they were held for review. Those comments are held for review. Someone I think was kind of disagreeing with me in the video, or maybe it's like this and this, and at some point he agreed. So he gave his unbiased opinion about the entire conversation and topic. At some points he agreed, some points he disagreed. He offered solutions, and then someone came and insulted him in the reply.
Mm.
I said, okay. And me, I think it is cowards who think they should never be disagreed with. We are people, we have different opinions. Let's respect each other's opinions, even if you don't agree. But doesn't mean if I'm going to disagree with your partner that I should come and insult him. That is not ethical.
J Max is saying he's gone, so he'll see you later on a future live stream.
Thank you so much for being with us, Jay.
John is letting people know that some people are bearers of negativity. Asma Zakari is saying, Erinah, just ignore. That's it. A lot of people who are content creators here today, if you don't know, in your studio, once you set up a video for a live stream or any video for that matter, it doesn't matter. You can actually set up in other. It's called others section. You go in there. You can actually set the comments to hold for review on all comments. So that way that you can make sure that there's nothing that doesn't belong in the comments. You can delete it right away. And
Oh,
if you
yeah.
trust somebody with their comments 100% of the time, you can make it to where they're approved so you don't have to review their comments in that section of the studio. So just to let everybody know, if you don't know that, just contact me and I'll help you out as best I can, find a tutorial for you so that way you can get
How
that done.
how
Um,
best can they contact you?
well, actually,
Facebook?
no, email, just
Email?
email. Yeah. If you go to
Okay.
my About tab on my channel, just email me because I check my emails more than anything. And I will find a tutorial for you because I'm very good at researching certain things that you have questions to. I can almost always find something for you that will help you out. So just make sure that you contact me via my email. You can find it on my About tab. Now, let's see. Nabs is saying, I'm doing chores as I watch this live. So she's another multitasker like Empress Tay. She's loving
Thank
it.
you. Thank you,
Um,
Nabs.
Now, my next question for you is, what do you like best about YouTube?
Ha. I love making new friends. I'm a people person, and YouTube has offered me such an audience where I sometimes confidently still talk out that I'm an international content creator. I have international friends now. Look at you, TIA now. You're in the US. You're talking with a girl child here. I have friends, John. I have homies. I have Caesars. I have Dama. I have the Mwakazis, like all internationally. The Niger boy, like, it makes this world so small, like you connect with people so easily, like it was so hard before. Probably you have to have met someone, maybe that, but YouTube is making the globe so close. So when I want to know something about North Carolina, I ask the Niger boy because I have a relationship with him as a friend. He will tell me that. So I think that is the best. I will forever be grateful that I've earned out of this YouTube, the great connections I've made with people. I honor that above everything else, leave alone the monetization and all that. We can always make money anywhere else. We can always hustle and get money. But it is hard to hustle and get friends. There is no way that you're going to go to town and hustle and get friends. No. So I appreciate the connections and the friendship and the love I've gotten from. It looks a virtual audience, but you have them. I can get to know about USA. I can't get stuck when I'm somewhere. When I'm in Rwanda, I have Nexo Rwanda. Yeah, even if I'm broke, I'll call you. Hi, Nexo. I have nowhere to sleep tonight. I've run out of money. That is the connection. It is, and sometimes you could have your money, but you still get stuck. So you need people. I do not agree with the people who prioritize money over connections or social capital. Like you all, some people said 2020, I've given up on people, I'm going to live my life. 2020 is all about me. It will never be about you. You need people in your life. Some of you are like, I've only concentrated to God. Even God blesses men through men. God doesn't come to you physically, he uses people around you. So I should tell people, stop prioritizing some things over people. Yeah, you need them in your life. You giving back to you, it took a person. When you're dead, you will not be there. People will bury you. So in all, from birth to death, we need people. So the best thing that I've earned out of YouTube is the connections I've made with people, the friendships I've gotten with people. That has been so nice to me.
That's good. That's very good. Next question.
Mm.
What do you like least about YouTube?
What I like least, yeah, those bullies. I don't like them.
Mm.
The bullies, people who bully others, and the mere fact that sometimes YouTube behaves fun. You wake up, like there is a time I did a live stream. You wake up, your content is gone. No clear reason. They are telling you it was. So sometimes also YouTube behaves funny, but the main thing that is not a problem, that is a system we have to work with. The main thing are those bullies, the disrespectful people. Sometimes they baffle me. Someone can dedicate their entire life to come and just fight with you on your own channel. So those ones I really don't like.
Okay. So, next question for you is, if you had to do YouTube all over again, and this is kind of a loaded question, I guess, what would
Mhm.
you do differently?
What I would do differently, I would. Let me see what I would do, because I will answer this using my past mistakes in this journey. That means those are the things I would be rectifying in the if I was to restart. What I would do differently, I would start with a specific niche right from the word go. Specific niche. Another thing, sub for sub. At some point I did it. I can't deny. Nabs are knows and yeah, but she guided me and all that. If I was to restart again, I would never in this world do sub for sub. It does more harm than good. You will get a mere number, but there is stagnation on the channel. It doesn't do much. The people who do sub for sub are people who do not even watch content. That's why we keep emphasizing build an audience that they're not specifically content creators. Because we are all busy. Content creators rarely watch content. They're all busy making their own content. They're promoting, they're editing, and all that. Build an audience for yourself and produce content for that audience. I feel pity for people who come in content creators groups and complain, you guys are not watching my content. Imagine I'm a small person, but you're not watching me. We are busy. We are creating content. We are editing. So build an audience for yourself. Start with your relatives. This is the pattern I always give people. Start with the people in your house. Each of those people. That's why I tell you, you need people all the way through. You're not going to make your content and you watch it yourself. Okay, I don't know if I'm sounding rude, but this is the truth. You're not going to make your content and watch it yourself. You would need people. So I would never do sub for sub if I was to restart again. You would start with the people in your household. Let the 3 people or 4 people you're living with get to know about your passion. Get those 4 subscribers. Let each of those 4 recommend 2 other friends. How many of those are you getting? You're getting 8 more people. And just build a network like that. And instead of doing sub for sub, I would never do that if I was to restart again. I would never on earth think of it. And should I tell you my experience? There is a time I got excited about the first 100. You know, the first 100 subscribers really mean a lot. And
Right,
the first 1,000. There is
right.
that special excitement that comes. So I made a video. I was like, oh my God, you guys, thank you for 100 subscribers. Hey, the video was reaching 100 subscribers because I put it out immediately. I hit 100, and the subscribers dropped down to like 86. And it took a century for them to come back to 100. In my head, I'm like, who on earth went and unsubscribed on my channel? It was like a huge blow. You know, I think young content creators, all people who have started from scratch can really understand what I'm talking about. So there is no beauty in sub for sub. I think those people didn't unsubscribe, I'm sure. Maybe YouTube took what? They came as spam, they didn't watch content and all that, YouTube took them away. So if I was to start all over again, I would never on earth do sub for sub.
I have to agree. It's something that YouTube. I think it was 2017, if I recall. Maybe
Mm,
maybe 2018, but I think it's 2017 is when
mm,
they went after people for sub, and it's part of their community guidelines. You cannot do sub for sub, and sub for
mm.
sub is very direct in what it is. It's not what a lot of other content creators are doing as far as networking. It's sub for
Yeah.
sub is not even networking. It's not.
You do not. You don't even know
So
those people. You don't connect with them. You don't resonate with them. Probably you're not even interesting. They are not interesting to you. You don't even like their content. Like these days, I've been going through my content, and I even subscribe to people with strange languages that I don't understand what they are talking. I said, Erinah, what was wrong with your head? I keep seeing notifications like this, and something comes, someone is speaking a very strange language, and there is no English content on their channel. So in my head, I'm like, okay, how did you get to subscribe to this channel that you don't even understand what they're talking about? Some have pornography. I'm like, Erina, what is wrong with you? How did all this happen? It came from sub for sub.
yeah, and you have to watch out for those. I mean, you go to somebody's channel and it is something that YouTube doesn't even allow once you see the so-called content, and you get a bad taste in your mouth. You know,
Oh yeah, oh
yeah,
yeah.
you really do. Um, we got another person in, Dr. KMP Show. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Um, Now I want to elaborate on the question because of what you said.
Mm.
How do you build that network? I mean,
How
if
do I
you
do
had to
it?
do it, if you had to do it differently, and you know what to
Mm.
do now, how
Mm.
do you build that network?
I've started applying it right now in okay ever since I realized though it's never late though but it's been a lagging behind. John here was telling you one of the ways I'm telling you. He says according to Erina, you also need to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. This your yes, I believe I have a friend who is you. UTIA, you have a friend who doesn't know about me. Help me tell that friend about me. And if they come and they like my content, let them subscribe. And if that friend of TIA has a friend, let the friend of TIA also come and check me out. So that is the chain that I'm talking about. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend to tell a friend to check me out. So your friend's friend could be my friend.
Right, and for those who don't know, that's exactly what Miss Trudy. She still does it on the streets, wherever she's at. If she meets somebody in person, you know what I mean. It's probably the slowest way, but she still does it herself, and she's already at 115,000 going strong.
Wow,
You
wow.
know,
My dream is to
subscribers.
hit 10K by the end of this year.
Yeah, she tells somebody she'll tell somebody on the street, "Here's my channel. Would you please subscribe?" You know.
I've done
Uh,
that
yeah,
before.
yeah. And I did that yesterday. There was a protest going on in the
Eh,
city where I'm at with the Ormoro, which is an ethnic group in Ethiopia,
mm,
and
mm,
there's a situation that went on in Ethiopia. So the Ormoro group here, you know, the community that here, they had a protest. I interviewed somebody real quick, got some shots, and I'll be uploading a video about that later on. Um,
mm,
but yeah, the person I interviewed and the person that was running the drone for them, I told them basically, you know, just go ahead and check out my channel. You know, I showed them on my phone. So yeah, so it's something that I recommend doing because
mm,
especially like an event like that happened,
mm,
there's more community interest. They're going to be more interested in seeing what my channel is about because it says, first of all, it's This is Africa. And
mm,
secondly, I took interest in what they were doing, right?
mm. And that
And
is another way of giving them audience too, for their
exactly,
matters and ideas to be heard.
exactly.
I
Exactly.
always tell people you never know who is watching. Me, when I'm addressing an issue that is concerning my village, I will talk to this camera like I'm talking to my chairman. You never know, these guys are on social media. These people in authority, the ones who want to address our things too, they are there on social media. They see these things. They see these things. So please, every time, as long as you have a platform like TIA is doing, he found people protesting for a good cause and he's giving them audience. Always do that. You do not know who's watching your content. Donald Trump could be watching you. Museveni could be watching me and following me up. That's what I always tell people, and they laugh at me. I told them, you do not know. There are people who watch and they don't comment. Those are the people in the ventilators. They peep from the ventilators. They don't comment. So you need them to you always address issues, give legitimate solutions and ideas. You do not know who is watching you.
Exactly. Exactly.
Mm.
So, Erinah,
Mm.
next question for you is where do you see your YouTube channel in the next 12 months?
12. In the next 12 months, that would be in the next July. Okay, I see my channel bigger, past 10K. That is my goal for by end of December. Though I'm seeing, because I've not been traveling, I'm so lagged behind. I don't know what is gonna happen, but I have a heart of a winner and I'm hoping for the best. Everything that happened, the mess, the lockdown, everything works together for those who believe. I'm believing there is something positive for me out of this. So, in the next 12 months, I'm seeing myself. I would have traveled like because my dream was to travel 10 countries before this year ends. So by the next July, I would have covered 10 countries in Africa. And my
Hmm.
channel, by then, I expect it to be around 20,000. That is my dream. I've set a plan for myself. So, but still, I also know I have to work hard to achieve that. Things and food is not going to fall from heaven like manna did for the Israelites in the desert. I know I have to work hard. God says He will bless the works of my hands, and so my hands are ready to do something. And I also know that yes, we may make plans as human beings, but there is a supernatural power that makes them come to pass. All the way through, I'm positive. I'm seeing myself bigger and bigger like never before.
Okay, well, you give Homies and Lifters an idea. Her statement there is on the screen. You guys are giving me ideas to get my numbers up. So,
Thank you.
yeah, yeah, definitely do that, homies. Or Dr. YT, definitely do that. Um, it does
And
help. It's a work for Miss Trudy. If it works for Miss Trudy, I mean, why not do it yourself? I mean, obviously.
and and what she should also know, as you tell a friend to tell a friend, as these friends are telling their friends to tell their friends, let them find content. We will tell our friends about you and we come, you're not consistent. That is so heartbreaking. And inconsistency affects a channel. I've seen it on my own. My channel has been a center of research of all things. There's a time I've been inconsistent. Even recently, there's a time I would take a week without uploading. But because I was up and down and about trying to make things happen. But consistency is key when it comes to YouTube. Tell a friend to tell a friend, but as you're also being consistent.
Okay.
Yeah.
So hopefully we don't lose your video there. I just saw the camera move. So
Oh no.
don't accidentally kick it.
No, 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 no.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
we're going to wrap up here pretty soon. So if anybody has any last minute questions, please put them in the chat. My next question for you is what piece of advice would you give a new YouTuber?
YouTube. By the way, I am so happy. I can't believe we are making 2 hours. It feels like 20 minutes.
I know.
My mouth can talk. Hey! But I appreciate you for giving me those engaging questions and for hosting me and giving me a platform to share my mind. So, what I would advise young YouTubers is learning never stops. Some of you, what deflates you, forgive me, I'll use this word, I always use it a lot. Okay, like what takes out your energy is when you come with a lot of vigor and all of a sudden you're not seeing things shifting. Hold in there for a while. There are a lot of lessons, and we all have different experiences. You will not experience what I went through or what Amita went through. You have your own package of challenges waiting for you. Some people don't like challenges, but challenges reform us and help us to grow. So come ready not to quit. Come ready to embrace the challenges, see them as an opportunity to learn and to make yourself better. Because that's what we should do. Be a better version of who you are every day that goes by. Okay, every day I try to edit a video. I know sometimes the results may not show physically, but put in an effort to be better every day that goes by. That's what I should tell you. When it comes to editing, we all come, we don't know anything. You edit something and the clips are not so much in sync, or your audios and all that. Make sure you're learning something new every day that goes by, or every hour that goes by. Another thing I would like to tell new content creators: yes, some people will tell you you will not make it because they do not see a future in this. But as long as it's what you love, it's your passion, make your reason why you're joining YouTube clear. If it's for passion, keep on doing it. Enjoy yourself. You never know who is going to come on the floor and dance with you. That is what I came up with. I stopped chasing numbers. I do enjoy myself. And then as I share my lifestyle, my experience, and my challenges with my subscribers, and I can see you dancing to my tunes. And you guys are teaching me new things. Another thing, I have a lot of things to tell them. Someone disagreeing with you. Sometimes we feel someone criticizing you, they don't like you, they are disrespectful. No, everyone needs feedback to be better. There are mistakes you do not see from by your own self, but when Curtis is going to see and tell you in the comment section. Okay, so those are the things. Do not take criticism as someone is launching a war on you. Appreciate feedback. I also want to tell people criticizing, be respectful. Criticism is good depending on how you've given it. That is on the side of criticizers. I don't know if there are people who have just signed an agreement to only criticize and never appreciate about. I don't know. But in case you're criticized, appreciate feedback. Feedback helps you grow. Like TIA, if I'm to share from personal experience, there is a video I did for Rwanda. I think it's about the cost of living in Rwanda. This video has loud sound. The music, background music was so loud, in that it's not even background music. It is myself talking who is a background and the music is the main event. So people have been telling me about that, they're criticizing and all that, and I get to see that is feedback. So every time I'm adding sound to the videos, I know how best to moderate the sound, how best to put the background music, and I think I'm becoming a better sound engineer, if I may say. If that's what sound engineers do, I think I'm becoming better. So I should tell them criticism is healthy. Another thing, respect others. What the energy you put out, you get the same energy back. Not from the same people you've given it to, from all over. Things will work out for the good. Keep positive, keep hoping, collaborate. With collaboration, I don't mean in terms of content. If you see me, Erinah, I have something I know that you don't know. Come to me, let's talk. Talking is collaboration. I may not make a video with you, but I will share content. I also call that collaboration. I will share ideas with you according to what I know. If you know Mitra knows something you do not know, share knowledge. Work out with those who are ahead of you, and do not underlook anyone. You have 1,000 subscribers and you feel people with 100 are not as big as you. You need them. So do not only collab. People look out for huge subscribers. You need people with 100 subscribers too. So you need both the big channels to learn from them, and you need the small ones too. Because even if I have 10, you need my 10. If you have 90 to make 100. So do not underrate anyone, do not belittle anyone. What you don't want to be done to you, do not do to anyone. That is what I would perfectly tell a struggling content creator. And know your niche, define it, and stick to it.
Okay. That's a great piece of advice, a big piece, actually, um, with little pieces in there. So, well, I want to say thank you, Uganda News Updates. Thank you for coming in. On the screen there, I'm sure you're reading what Amita's already said.
She's saying the live stream began when she was entering a salon, and now she's done with plating, and the live stream is still going on. I'm a talking machine. If I'm a talking machine, then TIA too should be a talking machine because we've been talking together for 2 hours. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see here. To Asmal Zakari said positive criticism helps. So definitely have some people in here getting a lot out of this interview from you. I've been just watching the comments throughout this whole time.
Mm.
So you got a lot of love out there, Erinah.
Thank you so much.
Rightfully so. You're welcome. And it's only going to grow organically. And I appreciate you as a YouTube creator, um,
Mm.
as a friend. I've known you for I think over a year now, and
Mm.
I really appreciate collabing with you.
Thank
Um,
you.
you're welcome. We also have the Mukwazi saying, Amito Mitra, you haven't finished your manicure. Irina is here for another 2 hours. If I had another 2 hours of questions, maybe she could give an answer for 2 hours.
See, but I can't. When
I,
like for my flight, there are a lot of things that I just had to be brief. Even in my brief, my summary, I feel the summary was so long. But if I'm to elaborate on things, depending on my experience, I can talk. There is a live stream we did for 8 hours. I would only take a break for water, but I was having fun with the people. And there is a live stream we did for 4 hours with you guys. Like someone tells you their experiences, you react to this. Like it's so interesting. Getting to know what people think, what are their ideas, are their backgrounds, like what they believe in, their challenges. I treasure so much people's mistakes and challenges. Why? Because those are learning lessons for me. So if it's about sharing experiences with one another, oh, I enjoy those sessions too much. Yeah,
yeah. I just lost train of thought, but I apologize, guys, for that. Definitely
okay.
reading the comments while she's answering the question. If anybody, again, if anybody has any last minute, last second questions, feel free to do so.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and ask you, do you have any last words for the audience that we did not already cover in our previous questions or my previous questions to you?
Oh, those questions have been almost, they have almost covered everything that even future interviewers may want to ask me. But what I would, this goes to the content creators. Okay, let me start with the people, our audience that are not content creators. We appreciate you. Without you, maybe the energy is less or that, but nevertheless, we appreciate you for supporting us, for loving us, for being there for us. And I always tell you, time is money. Content creators, time is money. Anyone who gives you time on your channel, they are giving you money. So for the fellow content creators, I should also tell you, okay, this is a caution I should put out. Even if you're doing daily vlogs, resonating about your lifestyle and all that, sometimes it is good to have a little privacy. I see most of them put out even things that are supposed to be private. They put them on social media. Let me not only talk about YouTube, but even Facebook and Instagram. It is okay to put out your family and what, but is it secure? Is it the best decision? Like, I do not like it when people post babies. I don't know why. I don't like it when people post babies on Facebook. People post you every daily update. You're equipping your probably you do not know who is your enemy. You're keeping them with a lot of information about yourself. So content creators, I know we need our subscribers updated, but let's filter. Let's know what is good for the public and what should stay to us. You sometimes people take us too much into their life. I think that's why people get entitlement. Yeah. So, for example, if it's a relationship issue, you put it all out on social media. I'm not saying people who put it out are bad, but if you can regulate, yeah, if you can regulate. Because when you break up and then subscribers come and they're asking and what, then you're like, hey, you people, you have entitlement because you gave it to us. So sometimes this entitlement I've been complaining about of our followers, we are the ones who give it to them. It is good for them to feel comfortable in your house, to have a little extent of where they can, yeah, but there is when it is too much and it is you who has given it to them, or it is not even safe for you to be all out there. Let me tell you, yes, you're seeing these big influencers, they have everything, maybe they are kind of like posting all their lifestyle, but they have something to themselves. We young ones, when we start, we think we are going to put everything there. Just filter and know what is good, and that is my concern to the content creators or online influencers. And another thing, stop faking for the online. You will fake online and then you that causes depression in reality. You want to pose big or posh, and in reality you're nashing. So at some point your energy will get depleted. Every time you can't fake anymore, you break. So try to be as real as possible. Try to be as original as possible. Content creators, you're only a content creator if you're making your own content. But if you're stealing from other people, please, you're not a content creator. I don't know if I'm sounding rude, but I'm passing out for young community, maybe young YouTubers, stay away from copyrighted work. And I would tell people whether our work is copyrighted or not, because some of us don't know how to copyright our work. Whether our work is copyrighted or not, respect people's art, respect people's work. And you are only getting better if you do original things. That's why me I find fun in vlogging. You will never copyright my video that I went to Rwanda, you went to Rwanda, I also went there. No, vlogging is so much original. So please work so hard on making original content. That is how you're going to stand out as a unique person. I'm still struggling with the creativity and all that, but I thought I should tell people. I have seen people, yeah, I don't know if it's only in the Ugandan community, someone will download your entire video and they upload it on their channel. That is, I feel that is disrespecting someone's work. It is okay if you use clips from my video, use it for maybe any other what, but do not take all my work like that. So be respectful to people's art because they put in a lot of time, and be original. Be real to yourself, be original, be respectful always.
That's all great advice, and I really do appreciate that. And she's right. You know, when I first started my channel, I already knew the rules way ahead of time about
Mm,
YouTube, and but I had friends on YouTube that when I asked them for their permission, and it was for one to promote them, but also two to promote my channel at the same time, knowing I'm going to have to
mm,
delete the videos later. I would ask them permission to download and upload their videos, but
mm,
they were not going to stay there. And some of these
okay.
people I've interviewed, and I'm speaking to everybody on this that's a content creator. If you're not doing what I'm doing, is basically promoting other channels and stuff like that in a
Mm,
different type of
mm,
way, don't download and then upload somebody's videos, even if you got permission.
oh
Because
yeah.
if you're going to get monetized, you have to take down those videos anyway. I don't know if you guys knew that or not.
Mm.
So,
And just
yeah.
just a question, did that affect you in any way?
No, well, it affected me in the part that I waited too long to delete them because I thought I had some time. So I already
Oh.
knew ahead of time that I was going to delete them. See, the thing
Mm,
is that I see a lot of people uploading news videos and things of that nature from their countries or what have you, and that's fine if you're not looking to get monetized and they don't care that you do that. However, if you're looking to get monetized, you don't want to do that unless you want to do it for a short stint, just to kind of like get viewers and stuff like that. But once you delete those videos, you
mm,
will lose your watch hours, so you have to make them back up.
yeah.
But yeah, you never upload somebody else's video without their permission. I got
Okay.
permission for all the videos that I'd ever uploaded, so
Mm,
that's my recommendation. I like to read a few of the closing comments that I see. You got a lot
mm.
of thank yous, by the way, throughout this interview,
Thank you,
and
guys.
yeah, and that's really amazing. Let me see where I want to start here. See Sharon and the family. She's given some claps. She's also giving you the hand signals that everything's cool. Thank you, Arena from Lucius. We
Thank
have
you.
somebody else that just came in. Okiria, Joshua.
Oh yeah, thank you for
You,
joining.
you're like, oh yeah, thank you for joining. um, Empress
Ah,
Tay came back basically on the stuff that you're saying at the end here. She says, I feel you. She also has, I don't know where I saw it, but she says she has a series. I think it's on entitlement that she's coming up with. So everybody check out Empress Tay, and just like subscribe to her if you haven't already, and make sure you click that bell because she's going to come out with some stuff pretty soon. Osma Zakari says, Arena, we share the same opinion on that privacy stuff. So I agree with that too. I think it really depends on how you're going to go about it. If you're going to be doing like a family vlogging type of channel, I think you
maybe.
have to do it in a certain way. But I hear what you have said, Arena, about you got to leave some things private, and I totally understand that. Um, okay, yeah, okay, I see it right now. She has actually, I have a series of entitlement coming up. Okay, and we also have Mr. Moore says, I'm fine today, thanks, Empress Tay. And Kurt has been really active. John has been really active, having a conversation back and forth. Um, oh, we have somebody in here. Let's see, where to die in Uganda. Thank you,
Oh
Arena.
yeah. I know. Thank you so much, guys.
All right, and that's pretty much it. I like to have. Oh, okay. So Empress Tay was saying, I I have lost the money since I stopped posting news. All right, so people have been facing different challenges on YouTube. Um, I think a lot of it has to do with finding what type of content you want to put up on your channels.
Yeah, that is a big challenge. I struggled with that for a whole year. It is the trip that the Niger boy gave me that opened my eyes to travel. I
Mm,
know it used to bother me a lot. I'm like, what is that? I knew, okay, I always put travel out of it. I always thought it's on my thing. I can't afford it. So I always asked myself, what is that thing that is for me? What's that thing that is for me to enjoy? Because I had not traveled before, I would not easily think that travel was the ideal, the exact point for me. So I always wondered. I know a lot of people are struggling today. They are doing health, they're doing news, they're doing gossip. It's still a struggle. If you could give yourself more time, it took me because I traveled this year, 2020. I started the channel in 2018 of November. Imagine a whole year and some months, coming to 15 months. Is it 15 or 12 months? 13 to 15 months. You do not know, you're just there. It's like you're guessing. I know how depressing it can be, but give yourself more time and rediscover much more of your interests. Some of us don't know ourselves. Do that thing that you feel you can put in even when you're not getting paid. I think that will be the perfect thing for you. Because I started now, the trip to Rwanda is not that I was monetized, that maybe I could make some revenue and go to Rwanda. No, I saved up for that trip and it was fun. I loved it. Every time I met a new person, they told me about Rwanda, they told me about everything. It's so fun and I enjoy it. Another thing that I would do for free is singing, maybe.
okay. Um,
Yeah. So someone take time and rediscover yourself. That problem will be solved. I understand.
all right. So one more time, tell everybody where they can find you.
Oh, please find me on YouTube. I told you I'm more active on YouTube than the founders of YouTube. Yeah, find me on YouTube as Erinah TL. On Instagram, Erinah TL still. On TikTok, Erinah TL. On Twitter, I am Erinah TL, but I'm finding so many problems with using Twitter. I don't know why. I'm going to a content creator who's going to help me out on that. I've told you guys, but on all those platforms, you can find me. Erinah, I have a Facebook page, Erinah TL, but that should be the Erinah Luiga. Either way, you can reach out to me and we can have a conversation. We can enjoy each other. Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you again for coming in. One last chat that I'm going to read. Mito says, I'm sorry, I need to leave now. The salon is
Hmm.
closing and I'm going to be on the road. I love you all. We love you too, Amito, and maybe we'll have an interview with you too within the next coming months. So I really appreciate that. Um,
Okay.
Again, today is Saturday, 11 July 2020. Thank you, everybody, for being here. This is KBM, Kenyan by Marriage, the host of This is Africa. We had the lovely Erinah TL, and I love you guys very much for being here. And with that note, we're out.
Thank you. Ciao. Big love, big love.